Hey, welcome or welcome back. This is INXJOY, and my name is Joy. I'll be your humble reader today. So we're just gonna keep this real simple. We're doing one for the spiritual gurus out there, the spiritual girlies, all of the ones that are just, I feel like there's like a wave of people who are kind of like over love and just kind of want to focus on themselves. So that's for you. We're doing a good karma reading today. So we're just going to dive into different types of good karma that you've accumulated so far right now and how that's paying off for you. So we have 4 crystals to choose from today. We have a, oh my god, how am I forgetting what this crystal is? We have a purple amethyst. Jesus. We have this yellow calcite. We have this blue calcite. And then we also have this mixture of, I believe, tourmaline and selenite, but I could be wrong, so if you know in the comments, please correct me. Anyways, yeah. So, please pause here if you need a second to really, take your time and, meditate on the crystals. But if you know which one you want, then please join me at your selected crystal. Yeah, see you there. Hey, pile 1, if you chose this amethyst, then this is your reading. So right now we've kind of cleared and cleansed the area, cleansed the cards, and now we're just going to put the stone on top of the deck and call in the collective of pile 1 to come through. Spirit guides, divine source, universe, any other spiritual deities that want to come through today to help pile 1, and just let them know what kind of good karma you've accumulated. I'm opening myself to the Akashic records right now, just so the pile 1 can know what good karma they've accumulated and how it's playing out. Alright. Okay, so let's begin. Alright, divine source, please let pile 1 know what good karma they've accumulated and how it's playing out. So let's just do what good karma have you accumulated first. How good karma has my pile 1s accumulated? Thank you. And then how's it playing out? Thank you. How is it playing out? How's it playing out? How is... Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty, so to begin, what good karma have you accumulated? We have the 9 of Wands, the Moon, the Lovers, and then the Page of Wands. So with that, what kind of good karma have you accumulated? So, you have a lot of insight, and you don't have to work hard to get that insight. There is, especially when it comes to romance, especially when it comes to players, with the Lovers and the Page of Wands reversed, combined with the 9 of Wands and the reversed, it signifies to me that there's not a lot of hard work that you need to do in order to suss out all the players out there in the world. So when it comes to love, you're more apprehensive on it. You have the moon card being upright here, and it's very prominent in terms of how intuitive you are and how gifted you are when it comes to love scenarios in general. You know how to listen to both your instinctual and your intuition and know how to balance the two out. Emotionally, you're kind of like really deep into it. You really have a good balance. So where your heart may be emotional, your head is definitely something that's more logical, more intuitive, and you have a balance of both. So it gives you the ability to really fall deep, but without like choosing the wrong partner. Like, you know how to choose the right partner. Okay, apologies, I'm just gonna take this out for a second. I would keep it on for the rest of the reading, but construction's going on and I can't open my windows, so enclosed spaces. Safety first kind of deal. But anyways, it's only needed for the clearing in the first part of the reading anyways. Yeah, so when it comes to the good karma you've accumulated, it's being very intuitive, being really able to decide who's the right pick for you, especially when it comes to romantic interests and romantic people. You don't have to work hard when it comes to knowing who's right for you, who's wrong for you, and you just have this sense of just like knowing when a relationship will work for you or not, you know, knowing when someone's good for you or not. And most of the time, like, it's easy for you to suss out the ones that are like the ones that are like really like not supposed to be in your life, that you might like and that might like you. You're really good at sussing out that they're not supposed to be there. Okay. So how is it playing out? How is your karma playing out? All right. You have the Seven of Cups in reverse, followed by the Five of Wands, Temperance, and then the Empress in reverse. So when it comes to this, how is it playing out? There's a lot of peace that you have within yourself, especially when it comes to your own spiritual life, when it comes to your own inner development of the self, because this Empress in reverse to me signifies like the Empress, but in a more like inward, more internalized way. So when it comes to that, it's like, oh, the Empress being able to receive love, care from yourself, being able to really nourish yourself, someone who's able to really cultivate up their own self-love. You know, you might be on the 2S LGBTQ plus A spectrum of what it means to be like romantic, sexual. I am personally on that spectrum, so to all my pan people out there, what's up? Anyways, when it comes to you also may be asexual, so like when it comes to these lovers and these people, it's just easy for you not to want them because there's like a feeling that you just don't want them. With this Five of Wands in reverse too, how it's playing out is that you might have had to turn away from a lot of relationships, you know, like there's a level of clarity that you have because you don't have to work hard for it. It's playing out as like you don't have a lot of choices and you don't have to work in terms of you don't have to be burdened with the amount of choices in the dating pool and the dating options, you know what I mean? Like, it's exhausting having to go through a shit ton of dating apps and a lot of people and like date a lot of people. So like in terms of that, like you don't have to work hard for it, and it plays out with you not having to waste your time basically. Yeah. In terms of your good karma, in terms of your intuitive gifts, it might have played out in terms of like getting into disagreements with a lot of people, especially close loved ones, people who really like were a part of your life. So it's, like you do have a really great sense of intuition and understanding of emotion and the balance of oneself, but because of that, it has led other people to kind of disagree with you, but it's just only natural, it's only human. I'm really proud of you, because you really stuck to yourself, and you really stuck to your guns, and you really are someone who can like be very authentic, and you know how to keep a secret, and you know how to like kind of suss out people, so that makes people who are more sus, like, they want to fight you more, they have a problem with you more, and I think that's a good thing. This Five of Wands is actually a really great thing to have under the moon, because of the fact that it's like, oh, like you just kind of protect yourself from people who are like not going to be good for your life, who are more like not worthy to be in your life. Okay, so with this Lovers in reverse, followed by Temperance, the good karma that you receive is that, again, you don't have to deal with bullshit people, and and how it's playing out is that you find inner peace, you find inner joy, you find a self-acceptance, a self-love, a self-cultivation that really helps embody a lot of facets that are you, the multifaceted aspects that are you, yeah. And then last but not least, in terms of this Page of Wands followed by this Empress in reverse, the good karma is that, again, you don't have to deal with a lot of players, and because of that, you have a lot of self-love. It's these four cards really just highlight each other in different ways, in the sense of just highlighting the aspects of self-love, self-cultivation, self-acceptance, and being able to move forward from a lot of these people who are just out here playing games. You're not for that. You're not for the streets. You are someone who's a homebody. And if you're not, this is probably not your pile, like, you don't want someone, you're probably a lot like me. Like, it's not like you can't get a lot of people, it's just that like you rather not, for the health and safety of yourself. You rather just kind of like stick to your own things, stick to your hobbies and interests, and if the person comes, and then you have the ability to suss them out real well. And I just saw 11:11 on the clock, so yeah, your intuition's super on point. It's really heightened, it's really spiritually gifted, and yeah, you're just a badass bitch. So keep being a badass biscuit, and congratulations on being you, because you have this beautiful karma of just being able to own your intuition and not have to deal with the bullshit of the messiness that people can bring, especially people who are players. Yeah. Okay. So my pal ones, my amethyst people, good on you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope this helped and gave you some just fun boost of your day. Yeah. Take care. Love you lots. Bye. Alright, hey pal 2. If you chose this citrine or this calcite, apologies. This calcite, then this is your reading. So we're just gonna place the stone upon the deck and call forth any of your divine spiritual team. So spiritual divine source team of my pile 2s. Please come forth now and infuse yourself with the card, so that we may answer the question of what good karma have you accumulated and how is it paying out, just so my pile 2s know and they have a good time. Please, Akashic Records, open up for my pile 2s and give them the knowledge they need in terms of their good karma that they've accumulated and how it's playing out. Awesome. All right. So I'm probably gonna make this a fast forward motion, so we'll see. What good karma is playing out for my pile 2s, my calcite pile? What good karma? What good karma is playing out for my pile 2s? Thank you. You have the sun. What good karma is playing out for my pile 2s? You have the 5 of Swords and the Magician. And what good karma is playing out for my pile 2s? If I could just have one more, I would appreciate that quite a lot. You guys got a lot of good karma, don't you? That's funny. Okay. Alright, for my pile 2s, my citrine pile, how is it playing out? How is that good karma playing out? Damn. How is that good karma playing out for my pile 2s? How is that good karma playing out for my pile 2s? My pile 2s, please come forth. And how's that good karma playing out? Wow, geez. It's really interesting. A lot of these cards wanted to come out too, but I was like, oh no, it came out from the other pile. But no, they wanted to come out for this pile. So if I can just have one more card in terms of how it's playing out for my pile 2s. Thank you. Okay. So your good karma that you've accumulated so far . Ooh, this is interesting. You guys have creation. So you have creation with the Sun, the Magician, and the Page of Wands. I'm just like, what? And then what do they all have in common? They're creation aspects. They're all creative aspects, and that's the tie that's pulling them all together when it comes to me looking at it all. With cooking, with painting, with the sun, literally creation, creating life. The good karma you've accumulated is that you are gifted with the ability to create. So you're probably female presenting. You probably are someone with female reproductive parts. And so, and if not, then you're someone who is very gifted at creating in whatever you do. So that could look like being a painter, being a chef, being a gardener, being a content creator, you know? I'm just gonna clarify this 5 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So, you know how to handle conflict well. So you take your conflict and you create with it, basically. So yeah, that's how it's coming through. With this 5 of Swords coming through with the rest of the Sun, Magician, and the Page of Wands, it's like, oh, you know how to turn conflict, and you know how to turn things that might have not gone the way you planned for into things that you can create with. you know? Like, I'm getting the example of Ancy Twinkle. If you watch her on YouTube, she's beautiful and hilarious. She has a story where she, like, bought a television with the money from a video that she made about a guy who called her ugly. And so, like, she took that pain, that trauma from before, and she used it to create. And what did it do? It made her, like, afford things that were a part of her life in the future. And it feels kind of like that in terms of the good karma that you've accumulated. You're able to transform. So not only create, but you can transform. You know? And it's, your creation doesn't always have to come from this place of transformation, because it's not, like, as highlighted. It's just a part of the aspect. If something bad does happen to you, you can do it, but you can also create from a place of joy, from a place of happiness. So creation comes to you in different forms. Like, you're just very creatively gifted. So how's it playing out with this 5 of Wands, Moon, 9 of Wands, and Knight of Wands? Let's start. So, first off, you don't have to really worry about a lot of other people in your life, like, messing with you. Yeah, so you know how to kind of, like, get through it, you know how to get through that conflict. In terms of people messing with you, like, you don't really have to deal with that, like, too much. Yeah, like, it's a very, like, very short. If anything does come, it's very short, because when they see you, how it plays out is that, like, when people do, like, have a problem with you, it ends really quickly because of how positive you are, because of your charm, because of your personality, because of who you are, like, because of this good karma. They can't really, like, be mad at you, you know? Like, you're too cute to be mad at. Yeah. Okay, how's it playing out in terms of this? Okay. So it might cause a lot of anxiety for you when these transformations do happen. There might be a lot of delusions, illusions, fears that come up when you're transforming and creating. So it does play out kind of strange. It does play out in a more bitter than sweet kind of way, but I am just informing you this is how it's playing out. And whether or not, like, it's still part of, weirdly enough, your good karma, because in the end you can transform it and you can walk through it. Moving forward with the Magician and the 9 of Wands, how it plays out is that, like, yes, these fears do come up. Yes, these anxieties, delusions, obsessions, they come up, but they come up so that you have the ability to transform it, transmute it, create with it, and heal from it. Like, it no longer has to be in your body. You no longer have to live with that once you go through the process of creating it. And it does take hard work, you know, it does take a bit, but you do succeed, you know, you do work hard for it. And it gets there. You get there. With this Page of Wands and Knight of Wands, in terms of what good karma you're getting, again, it's very creative. And how it plays out, it plays out with your connection to the spiritual, to the divine. and to nature too. You might be someone who likes to go on a lot of walks, who likes to nature walk, who likes to be in the forests, in the mountains, on a beach. Like, you're someone who likes to spend time outdoors for sure. And it's perfect because it's something that constantly inspires you. You know, being outdoors, being in nature is something continuously that will inspire you to create, whether that be herb picking or painting landscapes. There's something, or photography. There's something about being in nature which fuels your creation as well. And that's how it's playing out when it comes to your good karma. Yeah. Okay. So my pile 2 is my citrine pile. You are just cute as a button, and your gift this lifetime in terms of the good karma that you've accumulated is being able to create, whether that be from creating from inspiration from nature, to creating from pure joy, or creating from the release of your anxieties and fears. Regardless of where it comes from, creating is very much an aspect of your life that has been accumulated so because you've been so good, because you are so good. Yeah. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this helped. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day, night, or evening. Like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Alright, hey my pile 3s, if you chose this blue calcite, then this is your reading. Okay, so today we're doing a reading about good karma that you've accumulated and how it's playing out. So we're going to put the stone on top of the deck, and we're going to call forth the Akashic records, your spiritual team, divine source, spiritual guidance, in order to get that information for you. Alright, so spiritual team of my pile 3s, of the collective of pile 3s, of people who chose pile 3, please come forth. Akashic records, please open up so that we can attain the information needed for my pile 3s and what they need to know when it comes to their good karma that they've accumulated and how it's being played out right now. Okay, so let's get your cards. What good karma has my pile 3s accumulated, and how's it being played out? So what good karma have they accumulated first? We're just gonna get 4 cards. Now we're gonna get one more card after this one. What good karma? Thank you. Okay, we have the 9 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands in reverse. So how's it being played out? How is it being played out for my pile 3s? How is there a good karma being played out? You have the Ace of Wands in reverse. How is it being played out for my pile 3s? You have the Page of Swords, and then the Queen of Coins in reverse, and then last but not least, you have the Moon. Okay. So let's take a second. Ooh, you know when it's time to leave. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay. So you know how to cut your losses really well. Like, really well. Like, really, really well. Like, you're not going to stick around when it comes to a failing marriage, failing relationship, failing job. You know, you're probably going to be the one who switches majors, knowing that you're not going to finish the rest of those 3 years of that major, because screw that major, fuck that major. No. You know how to cut your losses well. You know when to walk away when it's the right time. You know when it's best to preserve your energy and try again for another day. You have that kind of strength. You have that karma. You know how to take care of yourself in that way. You recognize it's better to leave with something than nothing. Yeah. How's it being played out? You have the Ace of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Coins, and the Moon. So how's it being played out? It comes out very practically. Okay, so it plays out in different ways and depending on the different situations. All right, so let's say you have a lot of options in your romantic life going on. You know, just a lot going on. How does it play out? Well, you will hone in and you will pick the one that's more in tune, aligned with you and your passions, desires, sexualities. The one that's most able to give you what you need. Yeah. So when it comes to your romantic options, in terms of the good karma you've accumulated, you know how to pick them. You know how to pick them well. And you usually pick them based off of very passionate means. That's the way it works for you. When it comes to more, let's say, more mental side of things, you know? Let's say you're at work or something, or you're at school. Let's just go with the school one. Let's say you're at school. The good karma is that you know when, like, what to study and what not to study for a test. You know what I mean? Like, you know what chapters are gonna be there and which are not, and you don't have to, like, overthink it. You don't have to, like, dwell on it. You kind of just, you know how to get by with, like, what's appropriate. So, like, let's say there's a chapter of it's been a while since I've been in school. Let's say you study philosophy and there's a chapter that you have on test about Simone de Beauvoir. You know, you're not going to study all her books. You're just going to study the one that was assigned in the reading, you know? You're going to study the chapters that were presented to you in lecture, you know? You're going to be someone who works smarter, not harder, when it comes to the good karma you, like, have accumulated. All right, so with this Knight of Cups and this Queen of Coins, how it plays out for you. When it comes to a more emotional affairs, romantic affairs, you can also be very practical with it. Your good karma is that you'll get people who are very sweet, very loving, nurturing. And how it will play out is that it will play out into a very loving and practical relationship, you know? Like, you've probably had relationships with people who are emotionally a little bit more spicier, you know? I'm not going to say it's calm waters, but I'm not going to say it's like a fucking, like, hurricane or like a monsoon or anything. No, it's more on, like, it's what a relationship is. It's what water is. There's ebbs and flows, and overall it is someone who is more emotionally, like, capable. Like, they're not like the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups, like, you know, but they are the Knight of Cups, you know. They do have some learning to do, but, like, they are more fresh, more open, more like even open-minded. I'm thinking like blue collar Gen Z kind of vibes, you know? Like, so, like, someone who is very well aware of the political climate, who is very aware of what's going on in the world, but has gone through experiences themselves that make it so that they recognize why things are happening the way it is, you know. So you'll have really great suitable candidates for you when it comes to your romantic life, and that's why it's important. And that's why it's important for it to be like, when you choose, it's going to be more passionate based, more in terms of in line with your sexuality. Because I feel like you might be someone who might not want the monogamous thing as much, but like if you do, you choose it well and you choose it right, and you choose it like where it will last and stand the test of time. All right, okay, so your good karma is the Six of Wands in reverse, and it's being played out by the moon. So when you know you're not going to be victorious in something, you will get that nudge, you will get that message, you will get that information put upon you when you know it's time, to cut your losses. Like, it's just going to come to you, like naturally. It'll just come to you through dreams, through like an inner knowing, like clear cognizance that you have when you know something's not going to work out for you. You know, so yeah, that's your good karma. All right, I didn't want to make this too long, so I'm really glad that we got through it well. I hope this helped, I hope this resonated, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Collect that good karma, yum meals. And, you know, collect those good karma points. Continue to enjoy and bask in it and how it's being played. You know, keep cutting your losses, keep like enjoying your romantic pursuits, and keep loving life. You know, you got this. Yeah. See you later, my blue calcites, and I hope you have a great day, night, or evening. See you in the next one. Bye. Alright, hey my pal fours, if you chose this hybrid of black tourmaline and selenite, I believe. Again, I could be wrong. If you know what it is in the comments, please put it down below. Then this is your pile. Alright, so we're asking the question of what good karma have you accumulated and how's it being played out in this lifetime. So we're going to put your stone upon the deck, and we're going to call upon the universe. We're going to call upon your spiritual team, the collective of pile 3, and we're going to call upon your Akashic records in order to figure out and know what good karma you have accumulated and how it's playing out. So please, divine source, Akashic records, open up, come forth, spiritual team and guidance of my pile 4s, and those who choose pile 4 and click on this video, and those who choose this hybrid crystal to come forth and give the messages needed for those that need to hear it. Amazing. Okay. Alright, so what good karma have my pile 4s accumulated? If I can have 4 cards, what good karma have my pile 4s accumulated? You have Temperance. What good karma have my pile 4s accumulated? What good karma? Thank you. Yeah, swords and 2 swords. What good karma have my pile 4s accumulated? 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 If I can just have 1 card, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. So you have the 3 of Wands. So you have Temperance, 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and then the 3 of Wands. So let's go with how is it being played out. You have Death. You also have the Queen of Wands. How's it being played out? How's it being played out for my pile 4s? Thank you. You have the Emperor. How's it being played out for my pile 4s? How is it being played out for my pile fours? If I can have one last card just to know how it's being played out for my pile fours. How is it being played out for my pile fours? How? Thank you. Okay. So when it comes to what good karma have you accumulated, you have the Temperance, Eight of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Three of Wands in reverse. Ooh, this one's a nice one. Okay, so you make decisions really well. You know how to really know how to make decisions off of what's best for you. And you're very open to a lot of different ways of seeing perspective. So when you make a decision, you're going to make a decision based off all the information you gathered as much as you can. Like, that's how you're going to make your decision. And when it comes to like mistakes, you're able to really look at those mistakes and then change your like way of doing things based off of that mistake. You really know how to learn off of those things. So when it comes to the good karma you've accumulated, decision making might not be something that like comes to mind when you think of it, but it's true. As someone as myself who really struggles with decision making sometimes, to me this would be a full blessing to have, because being able to know what you want, when you want it, and how you want to get it done is a very important aspect of living your life, and like not wasting time, you know? Like, you have a lot of time afforded to you because of this, because you know you have a security, a sense of peace, and a groundedness of where you come from when you make a decision. How it's being played out. You have Death, the Queen of Wands, the Emperor, and the Knight of Wands. So you definitely transform and are a big factor in how you change your life. You know, you're not waiting around for a lot of things. And like, you just kind of get stuff done. You get stuff done, get it done well, get it done fast. You're not out here playing. You're not out here wasting time. You're just really getting stuff done. Yeah. So when it comes to your good karma, being able to decide, you come from a place of groundedness, and because of that, you come from a place of peace, and because of that, you transform situations quite heavily in your life to your advantage. Yeah. Okay. So you know how to also rest with this Eight of Swords in reverse and this Queen of Wands in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse usually connotes like self-limiting beliefs, whereas Queen of Wands in reverse is usually a lack of professional enthusiasm, or a lack of confidence, or a lack of respect for oneself. Which again, they both are very like, they're both similar cards to come out that way. So when it comes to the good karma that you've accumulated, to me, it's not the original meanings of the cards. it's more of the fact that when you do come like and decide, you come from a place that's more humble, that's a lot more open to the decisions of others, and that, you know, like it's not, you come from a place of self-respect and self-nurturing and self-love, because this is a good karma, and like in terms of what you have accumulated, it's really like being able to stand in your own power, but not doing it in a way that like is arrogant. You do it in a way that's very charming. You do it in a way that's very efficient, gets the job done, but people like still like you afterwards, you know? Like you'd be a good boss, you'd be a good manager, you'd be someone who'd be really good in positions of power, because you have a good decision-making skill asset that really provides you with the chance to be calm and aware and take everybody's opinions into account when making a decision. Like you're gonna make the decision in terms of what's best of the team, not what's best for you, you know? And those are the kind of leaders we need. So when it comes to the good karma that you've accumulated, you have these skill sets in order to be a really good leader. Yeah, and how it's playing out, it's playing out by your personality and by how you go forth in the world. You're a very transformative person. You're a very authoritarian person, and you don't take anyone's shit, you don't lollygag, but at the same time, you don't step over anyone's ego, you don't step on anyone's toes. You're very, very humble, very charming. It's a good balance. It's a good balance, you know? This is what we need in leaders. I'm getting like Jon Snow vibes, you know what I mean? Like you can sense he's a really great leader. You can sense that he's great at decision making, but there's an aspect of himself that is very humble, that does come from a place of knowing that he's a bastard in that time. So like there is a sense of him that's a bit more reserved and a bit more closed off, but he will make decisions based off of what's best for everyone. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I got for you, my pile of fours. I hope you enjoy it. I hope this resonated, and I hope to see you in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe if you feel like it. Love you lots. Bye.